brothers, alongside the fellas, Garfield Campbell, Kenner. And we have a special guest in the house.
Hey y'all, I'm Shantel.
Okay, it's all good. You get to do yourself.
Introduce yourself, man.
Introduce yourself to the people.
They gotta hear you.
Hey, I'm Shantel. That's all I got.
Snap.
Yeah.
Insta feed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually, yes. Add me on Instagram, Naturally Terry. Teri.
Okay, now.
Not, you know.
Okay.
Thanks.
Plug talk. So, another week has gone by since our last show. We got another good show for you guys up ahead. Let's see.
While we're thinking about that, though, how's everybody's day out there? You know what I'm saying? Put in the comments how your day was.
Yeah.
We got a good show for you. A good guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
But,
how was your day?
You go.
How was my day?
Yeah, how was your day, bro?
Long as hell. And it still ain't over yet, but we still rocking. You know how it is. How was y'all's day? Everyone have a good day so far?
So far, so good.
I had a chill day today, actually. I'm not drinking for a month. Woke up this morning, felt like a champion, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel good. Cooked my food and I was straight. Ate.
The vegan life treating you well?
Yeah, man. I had some kalaloo, some rice, some peas, and some things to make it. You know what I mean? Look at that little bit of plantain on the side, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't from my island. I'm not what's kalaloo? You gotta break that down for everybody. Don't know.
Like collard greens or spinach.
So,
it ain't just me. It ain't just me.
Good point, Carl. Kalaloo is I would say part of like the collard greens family or whatever. Ain't no pork in my joint though, man. Not chop. I tell it's fine. You know what I'm saying?
You throwing hot sauce on that now?
Yeah, you can put hot sauce on it. Put some scotch money upon that, man.
Especially when you have saltfish in it. Tastes good.
You gotta break it down, yo. Cooking my Garfield coming soon.
Right?
That's the next thing. Break it down for him.
That's a big facts.
Ain't gonna see him on what's it called? Cooking Network.
You're gonna be right next to Snoop and Martha Stewart
and Aisha Curry.
And Aisha.
Yeah, I'm ready to check that, man. Hit me.
All right, plug talk. But we got a good show for you guys this week. We're gonna catch up on some things that have happened recently, and also we have our first anonymous submission for the season. We asked you guys to provide us things that you would like to see us discuss. You hit us in the DMs. We appreciate that as always.
Slide in DM.
It goes down in them, but
it go down.
It go down. Regardless, all right.
Yeah, you right. Go ahead.
But we'll get started with I guess more. I mean, it is serious news, but we'll start with our thoughts and feelings on President-in-Chief meeting with one clown-in-chief. So, a.k.a. Jerry Idol.
What's their name?
President Trump and Kanye West meeting.
Okay.
We have Kanye's #1 fan in the building, so we'll start with his take.
Garfield, can we
Do
trade
you
him
care?
first? I ain't gonna hold you. Can we trade him?
Alright, so
Can he be traded?
That answer says no already, as is.
So we can't trade him.
Wait, hold on.
We can't get Mac Miller. We can't get like
Mac Miller's
MGK.
dead, though.
So
that's crazy. That's just crazy. That's crazy. But
we could put that in the poll.
This is my thing, right? This is my thing. I'm not a political person. I'm not really into politics, right? Everybody has a right to be whatever political party they want, whatever it may be. Now, besides that, what was he really saying? He wasn't saying anything bad, in my opinion. I think the way he went about doing it is where people are kind of being rubbed wrong. I don't know if you guys watched the meeting or whatever.
I've seen clips of it. I didn't watch it. I've been kind of busy, but I do know that Kanye's passcode is 00000. He opened up his iPhone on camera and it was just straight up like, I gotta show you something.
Yeah, that's that was interesting, but sometimes you gotta keep it simple. Seems like you got a lot going on. You gotta keep it simple sometimes. But yeah, as far as that meeting go, I'm not a really political person, but what he was saying, I don't think there was anything wrong with what he was saying. I think it's just the way he was going about it that was wrong. Like, you can't be kissing up to someone like that. But then again, like, yo, that's his political view. Do what you gotta do. Like, that had nothing to do with me. What he was actually speaking about.
What did he speak about? Because I am watching that.
Prison reform. He spoke about he wanted to like free Larry Hoover, that's Atlanta.
I mean, He's not getting free anything.
That was kind of my thoughts on it, but again, respect. I don't got nothing to do with all that.
He also spoke about like the educational system
and bringing jobs back to America and bringing like factories to Chicago.
I didn't see anything wrong with any of that stuff. I just thought it was the way he went about,
like how do you go about it?
It's the like, oh, you're my superhero,
that's extra.
He said I feel like he said I feel like a superhero when I put your MAGA hat on. When I have this hat on, so I'm like,
you gonna test it out, see if you get superpowers too?
Start making
they'll try to play me. But I told you already, like, I'm not a political person to begin with.
Are you still a Kanye fan?
Yeah, I'm still a Kanye fan. I don't think Kanye did anything
too crazy.
Well, like, there's some things that you're like.
If you rated it out of 10, how crazy?
But like, for example, for me, now I think he's always been this crazy, but we don't agree with him this time. Like, for example,
that's a good point.
George Bush ate black people. All black people was like, yeah, you're right. The white people's like, what are you talking about? I'm just saying, it's stuff that we agree with now, or we agree with then, or we don't agree with now. So it's just like...
That's a good point. However, with that statement, Katrina had just happened. New Orleans is a predominantly... And also, I've been in New Orleans multiple times since Katrina.
Uh-huh.
The parts of New Orleans that have been rebuilt aren't the parts of town that black people live in.
Okay.
They were also the parts of town that got relief last.
Uh-huh.
So there was a reason black people stood up and behind that and said, maybe he's onto something.
Alright, so let's not shift the goalposts, huh?
Yeah, but how many black people
voted
for George Bush? Like, let's be honest. Like, bro.
But right now, I feel like if you presented black people the option of, first of all, black people, let me get this off and on the record. Black people are not we're not a singular thinking group of people. So don't expect black people to be like, oh, we all think like this. Oh, we all do this. We all do that.
And that's very true.
That's not the case. Black people are well and entitled to be on any side of the political spectrum that they would like to be on.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just clear that up.
Well, I'm glad you said that, so you should understand exactly what I'm trying to say. And then again, just for the masses, or whoever's watching, Kanye West don't have my, like I said, I'm not a political person, and he doesn't drive every black person opinion. You know what I mean? He's a very influential person, but like, people don't go to Kanye West for politics.
There are some people who do, especially now.
No, like that's who. If you're into politics, you go to Kanye West.
Some people do.
No. If you're into politics, not like Kanye West. Oh, I like Kanye West.
But think about the current climate of like the current climate of America right now.
What I'm saying is like.
You just said he has influence.
Politician, right? No,
but he has influence.
No, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying.
So then he can influence people to politics.
Right.
But I said if you're into politics, I'm not talking someone that's new to it.
But you can now be into politics because of Kanye West.
No, I'm not talking about like a novice on political views and stuff. I'm talking about someone that's into politics isn't going to be influenced by Kanye West.
Meaning like a candidate into politics? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Like, if you read the newspaper every day and you're checking up, you know who your senators are and you know what your local government does and all this stuff. A lot of us in here don't know that shit. I'm just saying.
How many people do you know who are like that? They're just in general, not even in this room, just in your life.
And this is what I'm saying.
Maybe a few, but what I'm saying is this. If you're into politics, I'm not talking about the regular person like me and you.
But
talking about people like.
But you can't name probably more than 5 people like that.
Not even that though. Like you can't even judge someone's influence on someone else because you're not them.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But my thoughts on him, and I'm still a fan of Kanye West. I don't
You still just skipped the whole question.
What was the question? What was the question? I forgot.
You were talking about his influence, and then how's he influenced politics?
Yeah, I don't like, for me, for example. I tell you can't influence me in any way about politics because I'm not a political person, and anyway, I wouldn't look to Kanye West for politics if I was a political person.
But I feel like someone who is into politics can be influenced by Kanye West, being that like maybe he brought a different perspective that they never really thought, like, oh wow, like I never thought to look at it his way, so back to what Carl was saying, he can be an influence to people. That's
a good point, but then like you have people that are certain parties, you know what I'm saying, like And he also said something that I thought was interesting. What he said, I wasn't really rubbed the right way, but this is paraphrasing, by the Hillary campaign. I'm from, like, my whole life, I've been around a lot of women, and they don't seem to be, like, structure. I don't know what he was trying to say, but I didn't like how that came
Probably
off.
a whole lot of nonsense.
No.
That's what he says a fair amount of the time now.
I don't think he's crazy. Listen, I don't think he's crazy. I don't think Kanye West is crazy.
You don't think Kanye West is crazy?
No, I don't.
The man walked on to live TV and said slavery was a choice, and you don't think he's crazy?
Yo, I don't agree with that. But I don't think Kanye West.
But that's still your man. But that's still your man.
Yeah, facts.
You claiming him.
Yeah. That Kanye's my favorite artist.
Do you think any of your ancestors were like, you know what? I don't feel like going to work today on the plantation. This is a choice after all. Let me get up and leave.
Well, talking about our ancestors, you know who the Maroons are, right?
Absolutely.
You know why they was like, yo, fuck this shit, we ain't be slaves no more. We gonna fuck these niggas up, we gonna run to the hills. You want them to come get us, come get us. They had enough.
Fair enough.
They had enough. I'm not saying slavery was a choice, because I'm like, bro.
Because you're not stupid, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, like, realistically speaking, like the Maroons said, we had enough. Fuck this shit. We had enough.
But slavery was still going on in other parts of Jamaica, so.
No. I understand that. But what did they choose to be like? Fuck this shit, right?
See, but this is what I'm saying though. Like, not everybody knows that. So like.
No. I'm saying that's the thing. That's the thing. Like.
I'm trying to draw it back to Kanye.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when Kanye is coming out here and he's supporting a certain political party, even though he already didn't support it last time, George Bush, is that not drawing other people to that party now? You see where the influence is coming?
Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense.
And not to mention, do we not live in a current climate where celebrities, what they say on things is like becoming more and more relevant? Like we're living in a time where celebrities are being told like you got to speak out on certain things. You gotta, because first of all, what was the number one thing that people who supported Donald Trump said? We like him because he's not a politician.
Yeah,
so
he's speaking like it is.
He speaks like it is. So we have to understand that like your political views and stuff like that, like it's too sensitive of a time to just be carelessly throwing shit out like slavery was a choice. Maybe he went and tried to recorrect himself like, oh, I meant mental slavery, blah blah blah. Like, first of all, you can't. I'm tired of people coming out in public saying wild shit and then just going, oh my bad, I actually meant this. Now that I had some time to think about it, no, your dumb ass said what your dumb ass thought. Own up to it. If you're gonna say stupid things at some point in your life. You're not. Everything you say is not gonna be brilliant. Everything you do is not going to be brilliant. But if you make a mistake, own it. Don't be like, oh, y'all just weren't interpreting what I said. My delivery was like this, but you just didn't. You weren't picking up on da 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 or da da da. Own up to your mistakes.
Facts. And we all learn. So you know what I mean. It is what it is. But yeah. And as far as me being a fan of him, that didn't change.
Fair enough. That's that. Listen.
Politics, bro.
It is. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of tricks and a whole lot of nonsense.
I'm a grown man, and tricks are for kids. Bars. Bar.
I ain't gonna hold you though. In middle school, a kid came through with a T-shirt and said "Tricks ain't for kids no more." It had two big booty bitches. So like, I mean, tricks might not be.
I caught the bar.
Okay, car dropping bars. Speaking of bars and Kanye West, we'll transition over to another person on good music, Pusha T and a Drake beef. Recently, if you have been missing out, Pusha T was on, or Drake, I'm sorry, was on The Shop. Yeah. I watched that episode, which is a great show, by the way. If you haven't checked it out.
How you pull up to the shop and not get a haircut? I didn't understand that part.
You never been in the shop though, and dudes just pull up and like they got nothing else to do, so they're just like,
chatting.
Yeah, but like, bro, you just dropped the album, you on tour, you better get a cut, something.
Right, it looks like you need a cut, to be honest.
Yeah.
But basically, on The Shop, he kind of went over why he felt a certain type of way about Kanye and Pusha T as well. He felt like Kanye has been like, apparently, you know how the argument we got on a previous episode of this show was how Kanye and Good Music had the multiple albums this summer, which the majority of them were overwhelming trash. But another point for another day.
I agree.
Opinions are opinions, bro. Opinions are opinions.
What happens when
Good Music's number one fan over here.
We all have an opinion.
But regardless, Drake was saying certain things that Kanye had caught wind of QC doing that. Like with Migos, like so Quavo's album dropping, Takeoff's supposedly soon to follow, and Offset's supposed to drop another album before the year is over. Yachty's dropping. So Kanye took that whole rollout. Apparently he was saying like that. Also, Kanye invited him out to Wyoming saying, I want to be like your Quincy Jones, but you got to open up to me. And basically that was how Kanye heard about Drake's son, Adonis. That was how Kanye, or he was supposed to go help him write for his, or he was supposed to help Drake with his album. Drake apparently felt like all he was doing was writing for Kanye's album.
I mean,
basically,
you look at the credits, that's all he did.
It pretty much is.
Kanye didn't really help.
But fast forward a little bit. I'm also paraphrasing here because I'm going to keep it brief so that way we can focus on what we have to say about it. Then Pusha T recently went on the Joe Budden podcast. I listened to that episode the other day. I listened to the full interview. It was 2 hours. Very good interview where Pusha T basically discredited everything Drake was saying. He was like, listen, you need to stop with this narrative of Kanye told me about your child. It was a woman that 40, your producer, was sleeping with and pillow talking. And she was the one who then told who told Pusha T. There's some sort of screaming going on, but we'll keep focused here.
Yeah,
can't stop, won't stop.
Right. But basically, he was saying it's your producer's fault, not mine. And what else was he saying? There's no rules in rap battles, and you dissed you talked about my wife. I'm gonna talk about whoever the fuck I want to talk about. Fair enough. Paraphrasing again. How do we stand on this? Who we rocking? Are we rocking with the side? Are we rocking with Drake? Are we rocking with Push? Whose side? Who do we believe more?
Right.
So on and so forth.
So let me say this. Now, in rap beef, Drake caught an L, a big L, and he. No pun intended. Big L was a rapper. No, but Drake caught a big L, right? And he waited all his time, and he was pointing the finger at Kanye West when it was 40's fault.
Do we 100% believe that?
I believe it. I don't think Pusha T have anything to lose. Like, why would I? Why he didn't say anything, right? He didn't say anything until Drake dropped his shop thing, right? And I also believe it because Pusha T had voice notes from people Drake was trying to get information on Pusha T.
Yeah, 100,000.
And they had voice notes about it. So I was like,
crazy. If you get a chance, go listen to Joe Budden podcast.
And dude was like, yeah, you know what I mean? If I give up information, Pusha T said, well, there was no information. It's enough money for me to move my family because it's gonna be gunplay after this.
Direct quote, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, it sounds like Drake was going really, really far to get some information. To make one point, you can talk about rules in rap beef, and you're going that far to get some information. And bro, Tupac said, "I'll make sure my 4-4 will make sure all your kids don't grow."
Yeah, and we regard that as one of the greatest rap disses of all time. So
for a fact, I'm just saying. And you talking about going too far? Because I said, yo, you're
40 TikTok.
Yeah, he didn't say, "I wish you died," And Drake said, "Oh, he's wishing death." I'm like, yo, it's not gonna be. Don't get my punch. Someone get punched in the face. I don't think he want that smoke. I'm a Drake fan, but I don't think Drake want that smoke, bro.
Well, let's go to OVO's
first off,
chief operating officer.
Right out the sweatshop, you know what I'm saying? We on some new shit, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Party Next Door just...
Checks Over Stripes, huh?
Checks Over Stripes, you already know. Party Next Door just finished 2 new songs for Drake. He's not going to be credited. I ain't going to. We already told him that. But anyway, anyway, when it comes to this beef, first thing, Pusha T saying that, we'll never know. Like, bro.
We won't.
I was not in the bed with 40 and whoever was there with him, and then was with the girl when she went to Pusha T. I wasn't with Drake when he sent the text to Kanye, so we'll never know that.
But apparently, Pusha said it wasn't that, like, she just went over there with, like, telling the business, like, she went, oh, guess what, I got this information on Drake, blah, blah, blah. It was just that. Like, obviously, you know how rap circles, first of all, celebrities as a whole, for people who have access to everything in the world, you happen to have a very limited circle. Like, absurdly tight circle, which I do get, because you can't be around everybody. But apparently it was that she was just around and loose lips and ships.
So this is what I'm saying though. We wasn't there. We wasn't there. So we will never know.
Yeah, I understand that, but
Pusha T been rapping about cocaine for like 20 years, and I still haven't seen him like any paperwork, bro. Well, it don't work like that.
Well, you could look. You could look it up. He was indicted.
He wasn't. He wasn't indicted.
I'm saying you can look it up. People around him. You know what I'm saying?
People around him. Once again, hold up.
Y'all
didn't let me finish, though, right?
All right, go ahead.
What did I say? Pusha T was never. The people around him.
Not because I'm smooth doesn't mean I mean smooth criminal, baby. MJ talk.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
No, but I'm saying the voice notes alone should let you know that.
Bro,
it's
once
real.
again, anybody can doctor voice notes.
He don't fuck with them people that send those voice notes.
My point exactly. So he can doctor those voice notes, bro. Like anything.
Nah, bro, you trying to go too hard for Drake right now.
Bro, I'm not even trying to. I'm just saying the same thing that you said, huh?
No, bro. Listen, all I'm saying is this: he just seems hurt. You feel me? He just.
I don't think he's hurt, bro. And once again, I think he could go to war with Pusha T at any time, bro.
He don't want that smoke.
Jay Prince is not someone to fuck around with.
Yeah,
Jay Prince is not someone to fuck around with, bro. That's all I gotta say.
That's your.
Honestly, for those of you who are watching, you are watching one of Good Music's biggest fans and one of OVO's biggest fans. So sit back, relax, and enjoy
the show.
All I'm saying is.
This is all I'm saying. This is first time never gonna happen.
If he really had that.
I think he had it. Jay Prince
Drop it.
Jay Prince ain't
that sounds like a bluff to me, bro.
But okay, so they say they say it's career ending. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. What do we think could be on that track that's career ending to certain people? And why would you not release it if you are in a rap beef?
What have we heard from Pusha T that was career ending for Drake?
First of all, he said it was Surgical Summer, and this said part 1. So we ain't get to know everything. I'm just saying.
Now, let's go to Drake's catalog. That back to back, god damn me.
Yo, that was a nice diss track, bro.
That wasn't nice. That shit was career.
Did you listen to the words? It was a nice diss track, bro. I just told you, all the 4-4 gonna make sure your kids don't grow. You feel me? What Drake said?
I did another one, nigga. You still ain't did shit about that.
That's what I'm saying. It sounded nice, bro. It was a good song too.
But what happened to Meek after that? We didn't see him for a minute because he was on his girl tour, not his tour.
Yeah, but that's to do with Meek. You feel me?
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying the proof is in the pudding, bro. Look at what happened in the past.
Okay. And
I'm talking about what's happening now.
He got bodied. So what are you saying?
How do you get bodied?
What do you mean? How do you get bodied?
I just asked. How do you get bodied?
Pusha T had a better diss record than Drake.
How so?
He barred him down. What do you mean? Duppy Freestyle was about who?
I don't know. You was finna tell me. So you looked at me like you was finna tell me who's it about.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I don't know who.
Majority Kanye West.
Okay.
Pusha T barred Drake. Drake didn't have nothing to say back to Pusha T.
You gotta understand though, Drake come to all the good music. He's not just coming to Pusha T. You just said it. He just talked about Kanye. Who's the bigger artist on good music?
But who are you beefing with?
All the good music.
No,
you just said Kanye and
No. Drake caught an L in this rap beef, and that's a fact.
Bro, I don't think Drake can catch an L in rap beef. Cause he's not a rapper.
He's not a rapper? Like what?
You been said he's not a rapper. Is he a rapper?
Yeah, and
Drake don't really write bars like that. Kendrick the best rapper. J. Cole is.
Drake's not because I said Drake isn't the best rapper doesn't mean he isn't a rapper. I'm just saying.
I thought we agreed that he was a musician. He got a sweatshop, bro.
Well, they all musicians in a way, but like what
I'm saying.
Pusha
T out here in these streets, since you said.
I'm
but
just saying.
Drake
caught an L.
I don't think Drake can catch an L, bro.
Bro, he caught an L, and when you talking about a rap beef, he caught an L. There's no way around it.
This is never going to be a non-debatable subject.
Yo, I'm just saying.
Who do you think on beef?
Honestly, I don't really follow stuff like this, so I'm just listening and I'm learning from y'all because I don't follow.
I thought she was about to say Drake won because all females love Drake.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, he's nice, but I don't really.
Who's your favorite out of Pusha T and Drake? Let's keep it winded.
I would have to say Drake because I don't listen to Pusha T.
Don't nobody do. I listen to Pusha T. That Exodus 2, 3, 1 was he. That was the last one though.
Listen, all I'm saying is Drake caught that L.
Facts.
Next time, don't be pillow talking to these females, these promiscuous women. 40.
And your business will be kept out of the street. But 90%.
And Jake can't be mad at 40, bro, because Jake be singing about him pillow talking to girls. So you can't be mad at 40. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I see on Twitter somebody like posted. It was an old. What is it from? Maybe it's from Thank Me Later. Where he's like, I forget what the bar is. He's like, the women that you talking with keep talking. I'm gonna look up the quote and I'm gonna bring it back to you on the next episode because I don't want to butcher it. But
next episode.
Basically,
say episode of Dragon Ball Z. If you know the lyrics.
but basically, it was just like it was Drake's own lyrics, basically explaining how he got himself caught up in this whole situation. Yeah, but speaking of fights, did y'all see the fight last night? In the LA Lakers and LeBron's home opener in LA. LA Bron.
To be honest, I was out, so I didn't see it immediately. When I got home, I was like, "Oh no, what's going on here?" I saw that we lost the game, and I was like, "None of that matters. It's an L." You know what I'm saying?
We got next game. Let's go. You already know what it is.
You feel me?
4-0.
It was an L. But Rondo's spat at Chris Paul.
Was he spitting or does he just happen to talk and spit when he talks? No. You know when people like they say they're peas and like maybe he was just
one of those.
He's like,
I saw the video in slow motion.
But in slow motion, anything kind of looks crazy though.
Nah, but like when you watch it in real time, you see Chris Paul say, "Well, he went like this first, wipe it off his face."
What if he was sweating?
Yeah, but once again, you not there, so you don't know if he spit on him.
Bro, I'm just seeing from the angles I saw.
Look, I saw the same thing that Chris Paul did.
You saw it slow down?
Yeah. I saw him do this, and then just be like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm not.
I saw the spit leave his mouth too, so I don't know. Pause. I don't know,
I ain't seen none of that.
I'm legally blind.
I'm legally blind, but.
Nah, but.
All right, but let's say y'all are out there, and you are Chris Paul, and you believe that somebody spit on you. Are you well within your right to go ahead and then put your hand on the next person's face and escalate it?
Big facts.
That's all I'm saying, though.
Ain't no more disrespectful than some spit, bro.
Put your hand on someone's face, be prepared to get punched. Bro, he was not ready. Rondo came with that mean love.
Yeah, that too. So if someone spit on me, I'm gonna punch you right in the face because I'm not gonna yo, why you do that for?
We passed
bro, you spat on my face. Pause. It's gonna be a fight. No, you know what I mean? Okay. But Chris Paul was not ready for that, right?
It was the left first.
It was the left first.
Trust me, it
Rondo
came all the way back.
Though.
No. Rondo had the mean left, and then he caught him again with the left. Chris Paul had the uppercut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
CP3 had that uppercut, bro.
Yeah, Rondo caught the uppercut. Yeah, he was, it was kind of getting a hold and stuff, and then punched him. But yeah, I thought that was entertaining to watch. The highlights, at least. I didn't see the game.
The main thing I liked about that fight, though, Brandon Ingram, bro. Clap it up for Brandon Ingram. All Lakers. That's what I like to see.
Slenderman himself.
Slenderman himself. 2 people deep, still punching.
Yeah.
He got a wingspan of 7'3".
First off, I thought he was about to punch someone on the front row the way he was reaching like that, bro.
Yo, he just looked like he was about to punch the ref, bro.
First off, he pressed the ref. Before that whole fight started, he ran up on the ref, bro.
You know how the basketball players are right tall, and the refs are regular height. They're I'm like, yo, bro, you better back up before you get stomped out here, bro.
That was
I like it.
Speaking of NBA refs, you see in the shop on LeBron was talking about the whole Serena situation, and he was like, first of all, why are they sitting up so high? Because that'd be like if on a basketball court the refs were wearing stilts. You imagine that shit last night's event, when a fight breaks out, NBA refs on stilts, and you got a bunch of giants fucking fighting.
I ain't gonna hold you though, for tennis that makes sense.
Yeah, so you got a vantage point. I wasn't gonna be that guy to say it, but
LeBron really didn't think that one out, but I got what he meant.
Yeah. LeBron trying to be funny.
Let me see if I can find. Also, did you see there was what's his name was out there? Travis Scott and Nipsey Hussle. Travis Scott got up. Yeah, Travis Scott was getting up. He was like, "Let's go!" Fight.
Yeah, you see the internet was
Nip looked like he was ready to go. Nip was always on go.
The internet was like, "Yeah, Travis Scott definitely over there saying it's lit in order to."
See if I can find this photo of Nipsey Hussle.
I don't think Travis really run that smoke.
Nah. Like he's a hyper person, bro. That's why I think he got up.
6'4", Nip 6'5".
I can see him slap somebody. He's ready to go. He got when you see somebody too.
Oh no, he was ready.
Yeah, right. Listen, just a word to the wise. If you have never been in a fight, anytime you see somebody both hands on their waistband, somebody is getting assaulted. Just know. Allegedly.
We ain't claiming none of that stuff over here. Allegedly.
And all that violence, whatnot.
You know what I'm saying?
Real question, what I'm asking though is, do you respect LeBron though for pulling off CP3?
Alright, so
yeah, that's your boy.
That's your man.
Yo, this is my thing. I think he didn't do anything wrong, but he could have made the situation a little bit better. Now, Melo, by the way, Melo's just looking like they all friends, right? CP, Wade, Melo, and LeBron. They all good friends, right? Now, there was a standard there. I don't know how LeBron teammates is gonna feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I think he could have like stepped in the loop a little bit earlier than he did. But he did the right thing. But his teammates might look at him funny because you're like, I know that's your boy. He was in your wedding, vice versa. Like, I get it, but like,
you gotta
stop the situation before it happens. Everybody out there respects you. No one's gonna fight you. You the strongest, biggest one out there, bar the centers. But like, none of them gonna fight you, and they all respect you. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? But
at the same time though, like, my take on this subject is LeBron did what he had to do, bro. Like, let's say that like you see your mans and they getting into it over here, right? You gonna let them argue it out and shit. When Rondo threw that first punch, I don't think nobody was ready. You know what I'm saying? Even the refs was looking like, bro, what just happened? I thought this was just gonna be a combo.
It's been a while since like you've seen NBA players really connecting with punches and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
you don't see that very often. It's not like.
And then I feel like LeBron didn't really let his team down, because at the end of the day, it's LeBron's team, so he can't let himself down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, bro, when LeBron walks into that locker room, who's gonna be like, yo, LeBron, why didn't you have my back?
No, but that's not the point.
What's the point?
I said he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I said he could do it a little better, because at the end of the day, those are your teammates. Those are you gonna be around most of the days.
4 years.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most of the days you're gonna be around.
See, but that's what I'm saying. The whole team could be gone in the next 4 years. LeBron not going nowhere.
Yeah, but that's fine. But
in
the setting you are, you don't want to like ruffle feathers to the wrong way. Like, I don't know, like
this is LeBron's team.
No, I understand. I've gone to teams, right, where I'm new on the team and people like, yo, you know what I mean? Some of them may have never seen me play before and stuff. But just know I'm nice. You feel me?
No, I feel you. The thing
but I don't want to step on nobody's toes.
But the thing is, also in that situation, you're not signed to a 4-year deal. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's LeBron's team for the next 4 years.
No, I understand that. But like, what I'm saying is, you still don't want to, like, some of those players are going to be with him for 4 years too. Not all of them, obviously, but some of them. So
make an early prediction on who you think will be.
Okay, they could all be gone tomorrow.
All right.
Like, bro, it's LeBron's team.
Let's say Kuzma.
Okay, so we got Kuz. That's the only one.
Maybe Ingram, but then like if you really start balling and like you want more money, you may leave to free up some cap space. So I don't know.
I don't think Lonzo Ball no love.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
CO2.
All of them can get packaged for Kawhi Leonard right now. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. No one's safe.
Well, I don't know.
Facts. Well, fair enough. I guess it's still early days. We will see where that turns out and heads up. But I really want to get to our submission, our DM submission. So we're gonna switch things up a little bit and head over. We really enjoy when you guys send us questions. First of all,
send questions, man.
Send questions if you want to.
Don't be scared.
If you have an idea that you would like to see us, tackle that topic, please feel free and reach out. Here was the question posed to us this week that we chose out of our DMs. So
going down in the DM.
Can't go down.
The question was.
It go down.
Read this real seriously. If your
Cue
significant
music. No.
Thanks
for this, sir.
If your significant other cheats, do you have the right to dictate who they are friends with and what they do moving forward?
See, I feel like I've been going first the whole time, so someone else just go.
I feel like though, with that being said, you have to figure out why they cheated.
Okay.
And then one's like, because sometimes I feel like if somebody cheated on me, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. So that means you didn't really value me in the first place.
That's to go.
But like, I don't like to dictate people's friendships. Like, if you want to be friends with Sarah, Billy, and Hannah, go ahead. As long as they all know their part, you know, you're not trying to overstep because we got a problem. But like, I'm not all about dictating my significant other's friends.
I think I'm in the same boat. The only thing I would say is like, if you got back with them, then like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can't really dictate at that point. You either over it or you're not. And if you're not over it, you probably should break up with them.
Word. But I feel like men and women cheat for different reasons.
That's true too.
Yeah. To answer the question, right before we get into that, if she cheated or he cheated, they cheated. You feel me? Seems obvious.
Thank you for that.
Seems obvious, but people don't get
analysis.
it. No, people don't get it sometimes. I'm being serious. You know what I mean? Once a cheater, you know what I mean? Always a cheater. People change, but I'm just saying. If you're gonna
No, you gotta explain that.
No. Okay. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Maybe they grow a little bit. And
so then they're no longer a cheater.
No, you know you can draw. You know what I mean? You cheated, so you're always gonna be a cheater. Cheater is an action. Cheating is an action. So if I once you cheat once, you're cheating. I'm just saying. But anyway, you could grow out of that.
Okay.
Does that make sense or no?
No. I'm gonna be 100.
It's very vague.
It's very vague.
It's so vague.
All right.
Are you a cheater or not a cheater if the person cheated?
That's a whole lot of using the same word in the same
Right.
sentence. If you were cheater on cheater. How many cheaters?
Yo, listen. If my significant other cheated, right? If she cheated, which I don't have. Shout out to Rihanna though. Now, if she cheated,
okay,
I'm not getting back with her. Now, cause I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna let that go. Like I'm gonna feel like you're always doing some shit. Like you feel me? That's just me.
Yeah, that's facts.
Shout out to Drake. Trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but
No L's on that side.
them same girls that having problems now. But anyway, besides that, no. I don't think you should be able to. You know, if you're gonna be in the same relationship after the person cheated, you're gonna stop it from being friends with certain people. Like you know what I mean?
And then also with that, is that like they're no longer allowed to be friends with the person they cheated on you with? Is that
Well, I mean,
Well,
that's
yeah,
obvious. Yeah,
that should be a given.
if you cheat on me and then you be like, oh, well, you know, we still kick it from time to time.
Yeah, that's obvious. You're not supposed to be friends with the person you cheated with.
Like, that's all. I'm
All
lost.
right, but this is for say this was me. All of us are friends, right?
Yeah.
You know, we know some girls or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say the girl, you know, she got a boyfriend or whatever, but on the low, she started giving you some call.
Yeah.
But I know her. I'm like, yo, shit, like, I'm gonna just mind my business. Like, this had nothing to do with me. Like, you feel me? I know you first. I know you know what I mean? Say it's a girl. I know the girl first. Really don't have nothing to do with me, bro. Like, am I supposed to come tell you?
But then the question is, though.
But you're enabling her cheating.
No, I'm not. I mind my business. You wanna know why I mind my business? Cause we grown.
That is,
You grown. Yo.
At the end of the day,
Listen.
that ain't
Everybody's
got
liable for their own
Yeah.
actions. Like your
That's true.
actions, your consequence. I am not the principal. I am not your mother or your dad
father.
or daddy. I don't care. That's not me. I'm me, Garfield, Debbie, whatever you want to call me. That's me, right? I am nobody. You, at the end of the day, you have to decide if you want to spread them or lock them. It's just a fact.
And this is what I'm saying earlier. We're not there with you. Like, bro, I'm not your dad, bro.
but you not see the point of how you could be enabling them?
No.
No.
I'm saying both of the Garfield, yeah.
At all.
I'm not, listen, I'm not providing anything to the situation.
Yes, you are. You're providing them dick.
No.
I'm
No,
not.
he's not. No, he's not the one. He's the friend.
You gonna learn
He's the
today.
friend.
You gonna learn today.
I'm the one providing dick in this situation. But
See?
he's
That's
saying
why
that
you was
Yeah.
all confused. Nah, I ain't laying no
Okay.
dick.
But still,
he's
as
the
a friend,
friend.
be like, yo, you're tripping.
But see, if he got that much influence over the person, that's just like him saying, "Yo, can you loan me like 5 racks out your bank?"
No.
And then you get what I'm saying? No, that's the same influence.
No, but
so
I told
that's-
you, if she was hitting him on the low, you feel me? I see what's happening, but like, that nothing to do with me. You decided to do that, so I'ma just mind my business.
How's that wrong, Shantel?
Because, like, so your friend is a girl having sex with, who's cheating on her boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you go to Sally
No,
and be like,
like, hypothetically speaking, I'm just saying, go ahead.
yeah, so go to Sally and be like, Sally, like, is this what you really want to do? If that's the case, you don't need to be in this relationship with Joe.
But I don't have no kids. Like, I'm not trying to be nobody's dad out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand that, but like,
This is my guy, right? She's my friend too. Y'all both grown. I didn't tell you to pursue this, but you did anyway.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be like, yo, that's not my place? I don't think it's my place.
I mean, I hear where you're coming from, but like,
at the end of the day, the girl's accountable.
Who's accountable for that?
it's the girl, but you should hold her accountable.
But then why is he accountable?
Yeah, why?
Because I gotta confuse that first. But no, hold your friend accountable. Be like, yo, girl, you're doing a little bit too much.
But why does he have to hold her accountable?
Because like
Friends hold friends accountable.
Yeah.
No.
But that ain't none of my business. I ain't
It
gonna
ain't
hold
none of
you.
your business.
It ain't none of my
That's also-
business.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day, if you're gonna cheat, you shouldn't be in a relationship. But that's not my place to say to you. You're grown, as I said before.
Like I said, men and women cheat for different reasons. So
Yeah.
Let's get on to that topic.
Yeah, that's a
Why do you
fact.
feel like that?
because I cheated on my ex-boyfriend, I did that because he wasn't.
Wait, what? What you said?
I cheated on my ex-boyfriend.
You want us to bleep that out? I ain't gonna
No,
hold you.
I don't care. No, 'cause, like we talk about it, like we're friends.
All right, bye.
Oh, that's healthy.
And
That's
he doesn't go
healthy
to
stuff.
heart, so.
That's healthy
Still
stuff.
my wife.
This is on the internet,
This
though.
is on the internet.
That's kind of hey.
He'll be alright. I'm not saying his name. But and I cheated because he after a while he just wasn't giving me what I wanted. You
Which
know?
was?
Like,
Attention.
yeah.
But-
And he started just slacking off and like not really into it anymore. So I was like, yo, fuck this.
So this is the question though. Then your girlfriends that knew him, are they accountable for you cheating?
Them
No,
bars,
because
Carl.
I didn't
Drop them bars,
Like
Carl.
what?
Oh!
No, because like when I did, I just did it in silence. Like I didn't tell.
But if they knew,
But they knew, didn't they?
They knew after the fact.
Oh, but
Oh,
after
but-
the fact, you weren't with him no more?
Yes.
but this is the question though.
Why
If
don't you hold
just
yourself
low, that
accountable?
don't-
Wait. Why don't you hold yourself accountable?
I did hold myself accountable. I told him.
That's not.
And that's when we just like,
No,
yo,
wait.
What?
You could have been like, you know what? I ain't feeling this no more. This ain't working out for me. Let me leave the situation instead of being...
No, but like it was like it happened during like a part where we weren't so.
What does that mean? See,
But
these-
y'all was
these
still
things-
y'all was still a couple.
Yeah, but we just like took a break, you know.
What does break
No.
mean? Like, you break?
No, like we were still talking, but I wasn't seeing it. We weren't having sex. We weren't doing anything.
But y'all was still a couple.
Yes, Carl.
She's like, you the fence?
I think all my questions here are done.
Yeah, defend
But
client, AB.
this is a question though. So if your girlfriends knew and knew him, they would have to tell your boyfriend.
No, they would tell me like, "Yo, you need to end this relationship because."
And then what if you was
Do you
like,
think they
nah?
would have though?
Yes.
Do you think if
Some of them, yeah.
okay, but let's say the ones who wouldn't would
Mhm.
would they be accountable to tell him that this was
No.
on, even if you didn't
I mean, it's their.
tell him?
It's
Let's
their
say you were
decision.
keeping it fully on a deal, like you were like, no, I'm not telling him. Like we might still get back together.
I know one of my friends would have because she's also friends with him, so she would have told.
So you saying one of your friends is a snitch?
I mean, not.
I'm just trying to upset you.
Sorry,
I'm just saying you
Mr.
are. Yeah,
Trump.
right? She's like, I don't need all this pressure right now.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
Bars.
They don't even know that. They don't even know that.
I said, sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. Pause.
Shout out to pushing. Shout out to pushing.
That's an acronym for snitch. I'm just
Oh,
bars.
I didn't get
That's a
one.
pushing T reference. But then once again, back to this though. So are they accountable then? The girls that are not snitching, are they accountable for your relationship then? At that point.
They're not accountable for my relationship, but they're accountable for checking me.
But even if they check you and you're just like, nah, and then you do it, like, there's nothing.
Okay, then leave it up to me to be like, you know what, yeah, you're right.
But then why can't we
Your-
leave it up
it
to
should,
you?
It should be your own decision anyways. Your vagina is your penis. You know what I'm saying? It should be your decision. You know what I mean? Not my vagina.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
You see where we're coming from?
Yes.
All right, so you said men and women cheat for different reasons. So you named your reason as to why you think, or how you think women cheat. Why do you think men cheat?
Because of opportunity. You know.
Straight
Yeah.
like that, huh?
Wow.
Someone else is throwing it, so why not catch it?
Play
girl's
baseball
not
out
around.
here, huh?
You know.
Wide receiver.
Do you disagree though?
I disagree.
Yeah.
I never cheated.
First of
so I
all,
don't even know what that is.
We need to clear something up.
All black men don't.
Black men don't cheat.
Oh God,
Big
here
facts.
we go. But
Second
Jamaican
fact.
men do though.
Second fact, Jamaican men definitely
Yes,
don't. I'm not
they do.
Jamaican.
Yes,
I'm
they
not
do.
Jamaican. First of all, there's no such thing that straight right now. I'm not Jamaican.
I'm sorry, y'all. I threw y'all under the bus. I'm not Jamaican.
Fun fact for those of you who don't know about
wait,
Jamaicans,
no, but wait,
there's
though.
no word for cheating in patois. We cannot cheat. There's no even
Yeah,
word
yeah,
for
give
cheating.
bone.
What? Let me clear it up. We don't cheat.
Oh God, here we go.
I've never cheated. Have you cheated, Eddie?
I'm physically incapable as a black man.
All right. Now I'm being dead serious. I've never cheated.
You ain't even ask me. It's cool.
No, you said you were in Jamaican. I was just trying to, you know what I mean?
We got
Alright.
We got it.
You never cheated, right?
Facts.
Right, facts. No, but honestly, I've never cheated.
And that's good. So you guys are the, minority out of the majority that haven't cheated.
I feel like we're the majority, to be 100% honest with you.
Why?
Because
Black
men don't cheat.
Oh, God.
Alright, I'm gonna stop trolling for a second.
I
But
wasn't trolling. I was being dead serious.
No, but I don't cheat.
Next
I'd rather
you're
not.
like,
there was
I
a
don't
philosopher
cheat
by the
anymore.
name of Socrates, and he very, very early stated, "Black men don't cheat." okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around.
Tell me more, please.
Okay, but in all seriousness, do I think men cheat strictly off opportunity? Very seriously, I don't think that always is the case.
Why can't men just cheat the same way that you cheat?
Because I think that's very much the case too.
Let me tell you something. If a woman cheat on you, I think she's been moved on for a minute.
Exactly.
Like, cause it's. I don't want to sound misogynistic.
Use your words wisely.
I think women cheat based on emotion. Like if
You don't think women see opportunity and be like, well, fuck it.
that some of them do, but that
Some
it's
do,
rare.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
think it's that rare?
I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's as rare as you
I
think.
I ain't
don't
gonna
like
hold you.
that.
If I had a girl and like CB like pulled up, Chris Brown pulled up, threw like 6 racks at her, bro.
that's
Like
it.
600, not my fault, 600K. You got her the new fucking Range Rover. I wouldn't even be mad, bro.
Listen, you ain't gotta say 6 racks. You ain't gotta say 6
I'm
racks. I
still
was
not
watching.
gonna date her, bro. It don't matter.
No,
like
facts,
I'm not gonna be mad at her,
No,
but
don't
I
get
feel
me
like,
wrong.
we breaking up.
Facts.
You feel me? Cause then
But that's opportunity, bro.
yeah.
Same way, like, bro. That's fact. Chris Brown don't come and try and take my girls, bro. I really fight you.
But okay, you really don't think, though, in all seriousness, that there are a fair amount of women who cheat simply because the opportunity presented itself?
Maybe those are women who really claim their sexuality and be like, yo, I'm a sexual being and I'm just gonna do what I want.
Are we not seeing more of that though in society today? Like,
We are.
where it's like, okay, let's get rid of this double standard that like only men can have sex because they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So with that rise, should we not see more of the same on both sides? Should we not see men cheating because they're emotional? I know plenty of dudes that are hella emotional.
Very rare. I've never seen that.
I know enough dudes that's emotional as hell,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be in a relationship like,
The whole
man,
OVO.
she a blah blah, like she ain't do this for me, she ain't do that for me, and then next thing you know, like,
The whole OVO sweatshop emotional. I just came from that. They was all crying while writing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot, especially maybe at one point in time, it was probably more split of women cheating for emotion, men cheating for opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with where we currently are in society, I feel like it's a lot more even, and people are really willing to realize. That's all on that. But before we get out of here, let's It's a good topic. So please send us more. We'd love to get more submissions, more questions, more ideas. We can give you love advice. We can break down, what's going on in your life. Maybe you just want some random friend advice. We got you with that too. Anybody is welcome to pull up on Banter with the Brothers with some questions. Please do drop it on Instagram at Banter with the Brothers. Please feel free to drop a comment on YouTube.
Slide in DMs. You feel me? I'll be answering all the time. You feel me? Slide in DMs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Facts.
But before we wrap it up and get out of here, what are we looking forward to this week? We always try and close the show out with, things to look forward to for the phone.
Shantel got any questions for us?
Oh, that's right, bro.
Yes. Tell me your most embarrassing moment in college. All three of y'all.
Embarrassing?
Mm-hmm.
What? See, me, I don't be caring sometimes. So, embarrassing. Huh. Well. God damn.
Damn, too many?
Nah, there's a couple things I'm thinking of, like.
I'm really drawing blanks.
Damn.
It's a couple nights I blacked out, and you know what I mean? My 22nd birthday, that was crazy.
See, but that's not embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing. That's what I'm saying. What was embarrassing to...
I don't think I've been embarrassed.
Or most memorable?
Most memorable?
Most memorable? Shit. Boy, I don't know if I can tell that.
I ain't gonna hold you. Probably one of my most memorable is the champagne breakfast when I first got here.
Man,
that was lit.
Yeah, that was
I missed that one. That was when I just left.
Bro, the first one I went to my freshman year, that was memorable.
Where was that one at? Remember the house?
Plaid.
Okay.
It was in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
That morning we were making fun of Sean because man, you lost to George.
Yep.
Damn, I got good memory, bro. Someone should pay me for that. Yeah, that day, that weekend was crazy. So the girl called me a nigger that weekend. Some white girl.
Oh, you didn't forget that. he said that's why it's memorable. You didn't forget that.
She called me a nigger that weekend, and I was like, because I didn't want her to sit next to me. The bus was vacant, and I was waiting for a ting to pull up because she went to the bathroom still. You know what I mean? And then she was like, "Oh, can I sit here?" I was like, "Someone sit here." And she was like, "Oh, why can't I sit here?" I'm like, "Cause someone can sit here." There's mad seats in the bus. She was like, "Oh, that's why you're a nigger." I was like, "Ah, damn. All right, let me not do anything too crazy."
I might have swung. I ain't gonna hold you.
My freshman year, somebody said, "I don't like people of your kind." I really had to analyze it to myself. Like, am I kind of black and punching her face? Or am I just gonna like?
Listen, I took the rational route because I like to think before I do certain things. I told her a lot of stuff that people don't like to hear. I commented on weight, everything. I called her a whale. I call her the C word, all that. Bitch, all that. I call all that. Whatever you can think of.
Take that.
Take that. But then I got real Jamaican and she got scared. And I mean to but I didn't care at the time. But long story short, the next day was champagne breakfast. Went to champagne breakfast, got mad lit. Get back to the freshman dorms. Happened to see her with one of her friends that I know. Her friend's like, "Oh, I apologize." She apologized to me. I was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna forget this." And ever since then, whenever she saw me afterwards, she was trying to be buddy with me. I was like, "Yo, nah, I'm cool. Like, you can go your ways." You know what I'm saying? Have a nice day. Not because I didn't want you to sit next to me. She probably wanted some Russian, some pipe. But I was like, no, I don't want you to sit next to me. But that was memorable.
What do you got for memorable, AD?
I got for memorable. Not that. That's crazy. That's wild that happened. Most memorable weekend in college. I don't know. Right now, I feel like, first of all, my class that I came in with, we were just so wild.
You remember this now?
What?
The Halloween weekend.
The Jamaican bobsled weekend?
Yeah.
That weekend was crazy.
That was
Me, Garfield, Kawhi, and Jamal was the Jamaican bobsled team. Wore straight Under Armour, like we was in full bobsled suits. Oh, we were hotter than hot in that club. Yo, the four of us just in the club sweating the whole night.
Y'all didn't really take that out, did y'all?
No, not at all.
It was brick outside.
So we were great in the line. Everybody's in, how everybody's in their little ass costumes, like
trying to be
cold as hell. We sitting there, we chilling. I could stand out here all night. So I stepped in the club sweating my damn ass off.
Damn,
that was
riding
crazy.
buns in the whole suit, like the
we went
suit, like
spandex, like all the way, like ankle spandex. Like we talking, it was crazy. That was a good one.
Definitely got in trouble that night.
I don't know, maybe most memorable. I'm gonna go with the weekend that we had won the conference, the NEC regular season title. That was kind of crazy. Just because, first of all, coming on campus, like soccer is never really gonna be the number one sport on campus, especially when you have a football team, you have a basketball team. But for us to win it, like it had never been done in school history. We had a good squad. We won it on the very last day at Bryant. We were down a goal. We won. We came back 2-1, beat them. And if we didn't win that game, if we even drew it, we wouldn't even make playoffs. But we won it. Only squad still in school history to do it. Shout out to them guys. And then we came back, and it was just lit the whole weekend. Everybody, like, people were really, like, stopping us around campus, like, yo, we heard about what y'all did. Like, that was kind of crazy. And that was, like, the first time it kind of felt like, I was like, damn, this is, like, crazy. This is probably what it feels like to be, like, on a sport that people care about all the time. You know what I'm saying?
They finally care about us.
No, they care. They really care. Nah, but it was dope. And just like being around the squad. But there's plenty of them. And I'm not trying to sit here and indict myself, so I'm not gonna really go into
Too
yeah, right.
I'm still trying to think about something embarrassing.
Yeah, really.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I remember. Bortz, you baby back bitch. I still remember this. My freshman year. I was walking from practice. We were in the hallway.
Call him
It
out.
was like, it was 12:30ish. So like, you know how the halls get kind of packed. And we had just came from eating lunch and we had practice early. And I was wearing basketball shorts. And I stopped. And like he said something to me. And I turned around and I started talking to somebody behind me. And this man ran up and like pants me.
Oh no.
But I had boxers on, so he grabbed both them bitches and just whoop. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the middle of the hallway. My shit is just, I never in my life like dropped and put like.
Yeah, hold up.
Nah, son,
In the
nah.
middle of the hallway,
Boys, you're
like
wild,
mad
bro.
people around. Boys, fuck you. I still don't forgive you for that.
Nah, son.
But that was pretty embarrassing. And yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
Would've been
But
great.
I laughed it off and I kept it moving. Like I don't think too many people saw.
Oh, good.
Other than like mostly people probably just saw me like my bare ass, which like all right, it is what it is. But
What?
Nah.
that's what happened. That's what happened. Like I'm not even gonna sit here and try and act like it didn't happen to me. So
I'm trying to think.
and I was a freshman, so like you know everything at that point in time is like amplified. You're like, oh my god, people gonna know me as a dude who was bare ass in the hallway. But yeah, that was
Boy,
that.
but
I'm really trying to think of something
Or
embarrassing.
say most memorable.
We already did the most memorable.
Oh, you did yours too?
Yeah. I said
Champagne
mine was
breakfast.
champagne breakfast, yeah. Like, what's embarrassing though? Like, someone just, what would be embarrassing to you?
I don't
Chantel?
get embarrassed too easily.
Yeah, what would be embarrassing to you?
Because I
Everything gives me anxiety, and so
Like what? Like what? Because I'm trying to think what gives me anxiety.
like if I tripped in the hallway, that would be embarrassing for me.
I mean, I fell plenty of times. I got back up. I'm trying to think.
I don't think I had one either. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I've had one. So that's good.
You'd be tripping in the hallways if you wear them Roshis. I know that.
I was just about to say. What? Oh my days.
Yo,
used to just
see me in the hallway like, yup.
and you gotta play it off like you.
I-
You know what's up? What's going on with you?
Hey, like dancing or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, I've done. That done happened to me
That
mad
million times,
bro.
yeah, to the point
That's
where
how
it
you
really
wear my
wasn't
Sparks
embarrassing
now.
because they probably just know me as, oh, that's dude in them roaches that's always tripping.
Bro, you remember the Roshis was hot, bro, and everybody's wearing it?
Yeah.
I used to just send the calf like, everybody tripping, like they on some drugs.
What else you got, Chantel, for a question? Because we probably still
So
think of
I
something
just want
embarrassing.
to know, what kind of woman do you all prefer?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Alright, I got it. I'm just telling you what I prefer. Beautiful women. Ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right.
stop
I was
playing.
gonna-
You know what
That's
I'm
not
saying?
what I meant though. Like, what race do you?
Beautiful women.
So of all races, you don't discriminate.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's good.
Here being a third member of Ray Trimmer, I ain't got no type. By all means, pull up by any time, anywhere, anyway. Nice.
I feel like at Sacred Heart, all the brothers, tend to go towards our Sallys.
I ain't gonna
our
hold you.
Shondas.
This is,
Wait, what?
this is what I gotta say. I got you.
That?
Well, first off, it's like a good solid 10 to 15 of y'all.
Let's talk about the demographic here.
Also,
let's talk about demographic here
as well. When I came here, like, first of all, since I've been in Sacred Heart or around Sacred Heart, I've seen diversity increase like significantly.
Yeah, facts.
So to piggyback on Carl's point, even when I was here, like, it was even less.
Yeah, demographic is crazy.
Like, either I'd have to hook up with either you, Winnie, Wendy. That's 3.
He name dropped it.
Black girls I know on campus. Who
That's
else?
what he's saying.
Like, I'm being serious. Like, that I talk to. Who else do I talk to?
I don't know, because I feel like, too, like, as an African-American woman here, I feel like I was, like, so overlooked, you know?
But Shantel, this is what I'm saying, though. Like, who else do I know? Like, you gotta like, be serious. Like, I got 3 people.
He said he knows 3 other black women.
That's so sad. I wish you would have came into, like, the culture.
Like, who else is here?
Wait, what?
No, I came around the culture, like, around more black people, you know? I feel like now the black community is so strong here.
I don't go here now. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what you want me to do?
I mean now, silly.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, it's just not that many people.
Yeah, like the demographic wasn't like.
And also things like IOTAs and all them. Like, I give a lot of credit to them guys, like, for creating that, like, sort of culture and stuff like that. Like, that wasn't when I was here. Like, and also having, like, I know Wendy just started, like, Black Student Union. I just seen her posting about that.
Started it.
Or Nikayla started it. My apologies. But those types of things weren't even around, and, like, to even think about that back then was like, damn, like, you real ambitious. Like, ain't but 13 of us on campus.
Exactly,
so,
I know.
You know what I mean? So that was why. So
yeah, like.
But now the community is so strong, and I'm here for it. I wish I still went here a little bit.
That's what I'm saying, though. But once again, Shantel,
Carl, we way off that subject, and you still coming back to it.
Hey, man.
Listen, it is what it is. But like, as far as like me personally, I don't have a preference for women. Just make sure you know, once I find you attractive, you find me attractive. But that's both physically, personally, and the rest of the stuff. We get along. But if you pretty and you got an ugly personality, bro, miss me with it, man. Big facts.
that's facts. Your personality can turn a very attractive person into a very ugly person very quickly.
True.
I mean, your personality
you have to
be for one night too. So like, I ain't going
you can't. The best thing about you cannot be just the way you look.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful women that
have trash ass personalities.
Bro, you don't want to have conversations with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I prefer my men dark though, so in case anyone was wondering.
Yo, slide your DMs, bro.
Okay, and you have to be very cultured, preferably of a Caribbean descent, because I don't like Americans. I'm very sorry, Carl.
That's cool.
Damn,
see, look, he was naming 3, and you done chopped them out. So now he's at, only 33% of his shot.
0.
That's crazy, yo.
At least you narrowed it down. Now,
and now
you guys understand. Hit it with the DM slide. What is it? Naturally.
At Naturally Terry. Terry is spelled Teri. Thank you.
One time for the one time. You get me? So if you can chat like this, slide up in there DM until I say, "Yo, my girl." You see me? You know.
Any other questions, Shantel?
No. Just invite me back next time.
Of course. Always welcome to pull up. Welcome. Bench with the brothers. Well, if you've been rocking with us this long, we appreciate you as always. We will see you next week.
Yeah.